We've got a wicked guest coming up. His name is Barron from Rain Allstars. They're up in Scotland. Wicked coach. They always keep us on our toes during competitions when we're taking photos because they're just a barrel of laughs and they're absolutely crazy. But yeah, let's pass it over to Ross and let him introduce himself.
So, obviously I know who you are, but for anybody that listens to this and doesn't know who you are, in like 45 seconds, who are you, what do you do, and where are you from?
So I'm Ross Barron. I'm head coach and owner of Rain Allstars up here in Edinburgh. We've been going for this would have been our 4th season. I work in an opticians as well, so I do that kind of 3-4 days a week, and then I do cheerleading. Oh goodness, all day Sunday, and then 4 nights a week as well on top of that. So yeah, that's who I am.
Blimey, busy old boy then, busy old boy.
Yeah, busy.
How long has you been going now?
Myself as Rain, or just me as a cheerleader?
Well, how long have you been a cheerleader for, and what made you get into it?
So I started cheerleading when I was 20, so 10 years, keep that quiet, 10 years ago. And then we started Rain in oh my goodness, it was October 2017 we started Rain. So yeah, this would have been our 4th season going into.
So how many competitions did you get to go to before all this pandemic then as Rain? Because we've seen you for a couple. I think we've seen you.
This season, so 2020, before kind of obviously COVID and everything, we managed to get to 2 competitions. Our first one was BCA Scotland, so through in Glasgow, and then we also got to do Jamfest Blackpool. That was on I think it was the 4th of March, and then obviously that's when everything was chatting about COVID and what was happening, and then on the 23rd obviously everyone hit kind of that lockdown stage. But yeah, we got 2, and then through obviously COVID and the restrictions, everyone was off, and we had to kind of train outside from the kind of late August, early September, because you were allowed to do under 14s working outside, they could train outside. So we done that. We got white line paint, like what they do for the football, and one of our mums has a big grass area outside her house, so we managed to replicate somewhat of a cheer floor from those white lines, and then that's how we managed to get. It was only a couple of our teams that we managed to get back, kind of our new international team, and then we managed to get our minis to do the same, and then obviously we opened back up in October, and then we done 2 virtual comps. So we done Future Cheer, the Bolton one, which would have been Jungle Fever, and then we put in for very last minute the Future Cheer Winter Wonderland, just so they had something to do and they had something to actually push themselves forward to.
Yeah, something to look forward to. How have you found it, adapting to all the restrictions and everything as a team? Because I've seen you've been quite active, haven't you? And obviously on social media and things. And
say the first half of that question again.
So how have you found it adapting to all of this?
It's been really okay. To begin with, it was really quite hard. Obviously everyone was going out for their hour exercise or seeing what you could go out to do. It wasn't about breaking the rules. It was just obviously you were seeing what you could actually do and what you couldn't do, because there was grey areas for everything. But yeah, I mean, it was really good first time around. This time around, it's been quite hard, because obviously no one expected to have to go back to Zooms or not to be able to go into a sports centre, or even parents and didn't even think that the gyms would close, because that was their mental kind of get out and burn off, some extra steam and things like that. So this time around, Zooms are a lot harder. But it's just about how you adapt to them. Like I was saying to you, everyone's always helping each other, and people are offering to take classes. If you take classes, what we found this time is we're just trying to change things up with that. 2 of our coaches, Marianne and Evie, they were fortunate enough to get one of the spaces on spring tumbling, done a 4-week kind of virtual course. and they managed to get onto that, and they gave some great ideas of Zooms, how to keep teams active, what they were doing. So yeah, we just done one last week. It was a hair tutorial Zoom, because we always have parents in a nice way that at comp that always, I can't do that, or can someone help me, so it was nice just to be able to do that and show them that side of things. So yeah, we're kind of just focusing on that a wee bit. But I'm not going to lie, it's hard. Like everyone's very supportive, and there's a lot of other teams that reach out to you. Like I know like Theo from Maine, he's so lovely. And then I know I've spoke to a few coaches in Edinburgh, like Gillian from Black Diamonds, Katie from Capital. I've also spoke to Katie from Fife. She's Spotlight Cheer and Dance. And yeah, they're all just really, really good, and everyone's there for each other. But it's just like you say, it's just about keeping yourself going forward and kind of focusing on that. We will get back to it.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. You got to keep a positive mindset, haven't you? And like, I'm sure if you've been speaking to Theo, I'm sure he's boosted that up, like with his positivity. We definitely.
Oh, he's so positive, and his Wednesdays and.
No, he is good. He's a good laugh. Yeah. So like moving forward, obviously forget all of this, and we're not in lockdown. We're back in the gym. We're training. Like, what do you want to do next with Rain? Like, where do you see them going next?
It's funny because the things that like you want to focus on, and like you have a plan set out, and then sometimes you 360 and it doesn't actually happen to what you wanted it to happen to. Even if we're not in lockdown, like what I had planned for this year I didn't even set out, like I'd set it out, and then come the start of the comps, it just flatlined, and we didn't bother doing any of that. But what I've kind of sat down, and obviously like through Zoom, and when I can meet up with the girls, or when we were in the sports centre for the coaches side of it, we're kind of looking to expand. We've grown quite large and quite, I say popular, but people know us, and that was kind of my aim, not to be out there and be like really cocky or anything, but just for people to know us. And like when we go to a comp, people say, oh, there's Rain, there's Ross and everything. But what I have planned to push forward with is, obviously we announced our junior international this year. So that's the kind of, there's a focus on them because they know kind of the caliber. They've seen different teams and things, like obviously everyone knows Zodiac Shadow. You've got Sharon Ann's team. You also have like EMCA and everything like that. You've got Twist and Hit that have like a junior international and things. So they know the caliber of what's needed. But kind of pushing forward, we had a very large, when we could get back, this year we had like 3 or 4 weeks of our seniors being able to come in, which was really good. Just because obviously that area went into tier 2, and a lot of our seniors were from that area. Obviously the ones that didn't travel across. But we ended up having quite a large senior level 3 this year, and it's not that I didn't want large, but large teams kind of give me anxiety. I don't like choreographing for very large teams. So when I sat back and looked at it, I thought I'm going to split them into 2 teams. So we're kind of, obviously once things can get back, I'm kind of looking into possibly like a smaller 4.2, and then possibly like an all-girl 3 as well to add in.
Oh, that'd be wicked. Like I definitely point out what you just said about you want people to know, oh look, there's Rain, because when we've seen you at competition, we know you're Rain, and we know you're there because you're also bubbly, aren't you? And like you said before, my guys that are on like the studio on the floor, you always have a good laugh with them. And like it's obviously all your kids and yourself, you're all bubbly. What do you do to make them so bubbly? Or is it just they're crazy?
To be honest, everyone's obviously got those crazy parents and crazy kids, like, but my kids generally they are all like that. They're not like every cheer team, you know what I mean? When you're in your own vicinity with your own teammates, like that's when you have your laugh, that's when you have your cries and everything like that. But when they go to comps, we always kind of just make sure, and I always try to push to them and say, look, you don't want to be that team that harbors anything, or whatever happens with results, like don't show it. Like there's always, like, you can always be bigger and better and things, but we always just kind of push forward. Our our program from 4 years ago, we had, obviously athletes come from all areas type things, so they've been on teams before and they've been on this team and that team, but generally from our second season we had like a brand new team, because any athletes that we may have had from other programs went on to do other things, you know, jobs, university, moving down the country and things. So our program ended up being a very, very new program second season in, so it was like restarting from the start again. So it was good because you can kind of, as you say, you train them how you want to be, you show them like about sportsmanship and supporting each other and everything like that. But no, they love having a laugh, and I say that to them. We set out like little competitions, saying like try and get the most selfies with a cheer team, and then send them to us, and the winner will get like a t-shirt, or you'll get a bowl from the competition, or you know, things like that. But no, they love it. It's brand new to them, so seeing all the different teams with new uniforms, seeing all like mascots and everything like that. Or again, like you're saying, we have a laugh when we always go and get the photos of your teams done. Like especially with you guys, because it's really fun. The setup's great, but I know obviously you are doing your job, so you're kind of always just taking pictures and chatting to teams. You never really get that downtime where you can have a laugh. So that's why we kind of, like when we took our picture with you guys and we were all just having a laugh, and I was like, oh, selfie time, and it's that bit funny. It makes your competition more when teams are really, really fun, or you get on with each other.
Oh yeah, definitely. It definitely makes it memorable. And
yeah, and that's the general consensus. That's what makes our parents and our athletes say, oh, I want to go back to that one because that was really fun, or we really enjoyed that one, and the people there were really nice, so we like to go to that one. So yeah,
especially when, because they can be very long days, can't they? And
oh my goodness, everyone loves a cheer comp, but no one loves the cheer hangover that comes with it the day after. That 12-hour things and jump noises and spin noises.
See, I've said, like you say that, but I've been saying to everyone, like I always used to walk away with a massive headache, but the thing is now I miss that headache, and I really want that headache back.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, we're the exact same. Like I was sitting watching, because obviously in America some comps are still going ahead and things. So you're kind of watching on YouTube, and I know every coach does it, but you see what's kind of like the next big thing in routines, or you see like what teams are going to Worlds and what they're already putting out on the floor and things. But oh my goodness, you have no idea how much you miss everything, isn't it? Like just that whole, this choking yourself with a hairspray smell, spraying all your team and finding all these rhinestones in your bag somewhere from uniforms that have sat there, and oh my goodness, or even like when you come home and you wash your uniforms and stuff, and all these stones and this glitter is just everywhere, and you think, where's it coming from? It's been 10 weeks now since comp, what's happening?
Yeah, I can definitely reflect on the hairspray thing. I mean, as you can tell, I probably don't use it, but the amount of times I've been sat there and all of a sudden just a mist or like a cloud of hairspray comes over the desk, and I'm just like that. Like, what is going on? But
yeah,
it's always good fun. But like, if so like moving forward, like if you could say one thing to everyone that's listening, what would you say to keep them going, keep them motivated?
just honest, like obviously support each other.
Yeah,
I don't think everyone's seen such a big support until now. Obviously everyone supports each other in their own way, but from now to be in like a second country lockdown and things, it's took us back to where we were, and it was kind of that dark era that no one wanted to. But seeing everyone support each other, put up like the old promotional posts, like just positive posts, and everyone like texting each other, and even like everyone sharing each other's teams and promoting all the teams on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, you know, just saying like, oh, we'll do a follow chain and we'll get everyone's followers up, and just branching out. But no, definitely just kind of that supporting each other, because you have the support of your family, your friends, your cheer family, but sometimes it's that support from the outside of your cheer camp that actually relaxes you and makes you feel actually like we can do this, we can get through this. It's there.
Yeah.
And one other thing I would say is, and obviously everyone would be the same, is I don't think any of us are going to take anything for granted ever again. Like
No,
with a cheer
without a
comp,
doubt.
not that you take it for granted, but you go to a comp and you maybe have set out like things to do at that comp, and you thought, oh, we'll do it at the next one. We've got time. We've got 4 other comps this season, but really that happened. There was teams that didn't even compete this season, and they're like, we never got nothing. We never got to showcase our uniforms, our new t-shirts and things. So I think that's one thing that will keep everyone going as well, is knowing we will get back to it, and no one will take it for granted. Everyone will hit for the 2.5 minutes. You'll get those pictures, you'll get those memories. And that's what I think everyone's striving for at the minute. They're thinking, we've got so much to do, so much to show, so much want. When it is back, oh, it'll just be absolutely madness. Like everyone just thinking of it, like I think that first team on the floor, bless them. I don't know how competitions will do it, because I think everyone will be sending in an email saying we would like to be first on the floor because I want that first taste of the mat. Don't give it to that tiny team. Come on, I've got a level 5 that's like, I think honestly, I think there'll be a lot of tears like the first competition back of everyone just kind of reminiscing on being like, it's been over a year, like we're back again. Like
It's going to be like, I personally think it's going to be absolutely amazing, because like you said, when the first team actually takes to the floor, can you just imagine like the roar in the arena from just going, yes.
I can't. Honestly, that's what I can't, like, yeah, I can't physically fathom it. Like days, you sit and you know, like when it doesn't matter if a team hits or not, but you get those chills when like you just see parents and fans at the front of the stage like cheering them on, or like you say, the roar from an arena. And you see when you just think that first team to like for them to announce, right, like in the first division and then the first team on the floor, I think even like the event producers and the judges will be sitting there itching, grabbing the paper, being like, it's actually started, we're here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, without a doubt. I was talking to Rachel from Cheer Force 10, and we were saying how like sometimes people would like, they'd look at the routine, see when they were on, and they were like, oh, we're on at 11, we'll get there at 9 and all that. But like every team on the first comp back is just going to be, right, what time does doors open? I don't care what time I'm performing. I want to be there for the first thing.
that is it. I mean, in a nice way, you've luck to event producers that try to put out session 1, session 2, session 3. That's not going to happen.
It is just going to
Everyone
be
will be camping over the night before outside thinking, I'm first at the door.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That is exactly it. If anybody wanted to find you or find where Rain is, where can they find you online to get in touch, or how can they get in touch with you?
We have a Facebook page that's obviously linked to our Instagram. So we're on that quite a bit. We've kind of been a wee bit more quieter, obviously, with homeschooling. A few of our athletes that run that page as well, they're kind of in their 5th and 6th year, so they're quite kind of pushing because they're obviously stressing with the exam aspects and things. But we're on most of our things that we put out or anything like that is on our Instagram, and it's Rain _Allstars on Instagram. But again, my number's attached to the Facebook or anything like that, and a lot of the athletes are on it. You can see that they run it or anything like that. So yeah, that's where we kind of run most things from Instagram. I think a lot of teams are like that. It used to be Facebook, but then obviously like they collaborated, so you can attach your Facebook to your Instagram, so you don't have to worry about going to and from kind of social media platforms.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. But no, thank you very much for coming on and joining me today. Really appreciate it, Ross. And I'll have to let you get back to your day off.
Oh, a day off. I've sat watching Netflix and
oh no. But no, Wicked, thank you very much, Ross.
Thank you very much. Take care, and hopefully we should see you very soon.
Fingers crossed.